Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Element Space. So we're kind of continuing from the last video. I finished off that little mission, which wasn't simple at all. I think I had to replay the last part, I think 3 times. The one thing about this game, it obviously knows it's difficult because you can instantly go back and replay any part of any mission from the last checkpoint, so it kind of expects you to get killed, I think, and it's right about that. You will get killed. I'm not saying I'm the greatest expert, but I would say that I'm pretty good and familiar with turn-based games like XCOM, and I've already played Phantom Doctrine and Necromant Underhive Wars and on this channel, and I'm pretty okay, and I understand the systems. I'm pretty good with them. I'm not saying I never get killed, but I'm pretty familiar with them, and I'd say that's my favourite genre to play in general. Doesn't mean I never play other games, and obviously Watch Dogs Legion is my favourite game, and that's not turn-based, but I'm pretty good with them, and I'm pretty experienced with them, and this is hard. It's a whole new level of hard. Each mission, especially the ones I've done so far from the first mission, they seem to have quite a number of elements. So you kind of have a bit where you run through one part. As you saw with the first mission, you run through a part, and then you get to that one with a sort of underwater area, sewer, and you have to fight someone there. Then you go up from there, you went up to a dock, and you fight someone there. Then you go from the dock to the main building, you fight someone there. So they mostly seem to have at least 2 or 3 different areas to fight in. There's not just one thing, and they're different, almost different areas that are separate. You have to go between them, you transverse between them, but you have to complete all of them to complete the mission. Although if you complete one part, it will say battlefield cleared, but that's just that part. You can't finish there, and you don't finish the whole mission until you finish all of them, and you can't save yourself in between them. You will let you go back, but for example, if I started this part, which is the final part of this mission, and I got killed, or I was getting killed halfway through it, I can't save it and then do something and see what happens, like you can in maybe Phantom Doctrine or XCOM. In this, you have to play through it even if you're dying, and you know you're going to die, and then start this whole bit again. So that's not annoying. It wouldn't be annoying if it wasn't for the game is incredibly hard. And this part here, I've already been through 4 or 5 times because I've been killed. So it's not simple, and I'm playing this on the easiest setting. I did it originally just to make a video, but apparently the easiest setting is difficult. And I would say the reason it's difficult is because, number one, you are always outnumbered, and that can be the case in many games. XCOM is an example. Phantom Doctrine is a good example. But with those games, because you have the option of stealth, you can always have an advantage. You can make your own advantage. In this game, there's no stealth option at all. So basically, once you run into an area, they know you're there, you know they're there, and you're revealed. So there's no stealth option, so that makes it difficult. Also, it's difficult because they always have overwhelming numbers compared to what you have. So you only have 3. I don't know if later during the game you get more. I know you get more possibilities of agents, but I'm guessing you only ever have the choice of 3 each mission. So it's difficult because they have many more agents or soldiers than you do, and you have to struggle with the ones you have. Yes, you have special abilities, and yes, you can heal each other, and that works well, but it only works well to a certain point, because when you've got people, they have special abilities. Some of them have shields, some have force field shields that they put in front of them. A few of them have a thing where they run forward and they can attack you from nowhere and come forward and quickly stab you many times, and you can't really defend against that. They have those mine grenade things they throw, so it's very difficult. And even if you, which is a little bit annoying, and it's one of the reasons one of the negatives against this game, even if you do all the right things, it's very easy to get killed because there's more of them, and unless you can predict the future. You can't tell exactly what someone's going to do. That's the same in obviously in all games, but in this it makes a difference because you're always struggling against the odds. So we're struggling here. At some point, we don't know what's going to happen, but they'll send in more reinforcements because they won't tell you when, you won't know why, you won't know where they'll come from, and you can have done all the right things to that point, and they can suddenly send in 4 new people behind you, and you're on half death, and it's impossible. So it's very difficult. I discovered after playing, when you play the first mission, there's then one more mission, which is just a neutral mission, go somewhere and you get a reward of a shotgun or some knives. I would pick the shotgun because that does very good damage and you can shoot people close up very easily in one shot, so I would go for that. And that mission wasn't too difficult. And then you have about 6 missions which I think are all to get a new person in your team. Each one seems to offer a different possibility as a reward. And the first time I did it, I did one, and as I said to you at the beginning of the last video, I got killed over and over again, and I gave up. In this one I've got further because there was further to go before the point where it got difficult or impossible, but this is that point. So I'm just going to play for a little bit and show you. So what the story is we're coming to rescue this guy who's a prince, and we've gone through a whole load of crap to get here, quite a lot of crap actually, and we've killed a lot of people. And when we get here, for some reason, only beknown to him, I would say it's because he's an arsehole, he suddenly says, well, I don't think you're really here to help me, and the only way you can show me is to fight me. And then he brings a lot of the enemy dead soldiers back to life, and he's got a shield and you can't kill him at all. So it's annoying. It will be annoying in any game. If you did XCOM and you ran to get somebody, rescue a agent that's captured by the aliens, and then they turn around and say, right, I'm going to fight you as well, and turned all the aliens alive again, you would be kind of frustrated. So it's a bit annoying and a little bit unfair. You can't kill him, and what they want you to kind of do is keep killing the enemies he's resurrected while he runs around meleeing you and taking out your guys, and you can't do anything about it. And then each time you kill all of the ones he's resurrected, and I worked this out after being killed about 4 times, he'll do that again, and his health bar will drop. And I've not got to the point where it's 0, but obviously he's going to keep resurrecting them until you've killed enough of them to stop him doing that, and then he'll probably say, yay, you're really my friend. So it's very hard, it's a little bit unfair, I would say. Doesn't mean, like I said, I'm not saying everything wrong about this game is bad, and like I said, I like a lot of things about this game, but I always say it as it is, as I see it, and I think that's a bit unfair, and I think the system's unfair a little bit. It's stacked against the player from the beginning, and then when you have a thing where someone can't be killed, and you've only got 3 people against endless enemies, and you haven't really got any specifically better weapons, you can only bring 1 medical kit. I know that you can heal each other, but sometimes you end up too far away from someone to do it, or if you go to heal them, you'll get killed as well. It's hard. So okay, so now we'll just play a little bit of this. I'll see how much we want to do, just to show you an idea. Oh, and the other thing that, like I said in the first game, the way this overview works, it's fiddly. And it's awkward. You can't really zoom out in the way that you'd want to, and if you can, I haven't found a way. So it's that floaty camera thing that I said before, and what that means basically is it's very hard, especially often when you really need to zoom out so you can see where everybody else is. So on an occasion you might be able to, because the way it'll work is good or fine, like now, but at some point you won't be able to zoom out properly to see everybody, and even now I can't really zoom out any further than that to see what's going on. Or especially when you're trying to find a door which way you've already gone again, you can't really zoom out to any great level, and there's no discernible map I can find in this game, either of an internal place or external. So again, it's a little bit But anyway, like I said, this game would be great if only they could if they just tightened up a few things, made it a bit more forgiving. And this is easy mode. So anyway, we'll just take a few turns to get going. So we have to do something, because like I said, this isn't a game where you can be passive at all. You can't just set up lots of overwatches and hope people will come to you. There's a guy over there, So we'll see if our girl that does melee strikes can run over there and kill him. Because yeah, that's another, if she can, or she can at least hit him. Because yeah, that's another thing that's difficult. There's no stealth, and there's no option to really wait. The AI is quite aggressive, and there's no stealth option, and you can't really kill people much with Overwatch. I find Overwatch is, unlike all the other games I've played that are turn-based, Overwatch in this game does less damage, or it seems to, than normal shooting. So you can't set up people to Overwatch and do it like that. You have to physically go around killing them, and that again makes it hard. So everything is kind of geared against you, and in an almost unfair way. So, and especially him, because we can't kill him. So there's no point in setting up any shots on him. And even the android person we've got, her debuff thing that does where is it? That, which gets rid of enemy armor and shields. It doesn't work on him in this mission. So again, there's no point in us trying to do anything against him. We know he's going to come and kill us. We can't stop him. So we'll just sort of position ourselves to maybe we can shoot some of the enemies. Maybe we can shoot over there. There's one over there, so let's try that. And I would say that if it wasn't for the fact the actual logistics of this game and the way the missions pan out are difficult, the abilities of the team are good. I mean, that guy's got a hook thing, he can drag people to him. That one, the android one, has a debuff where they can get rid of people's armour. There you go. Overwatch, yeah, it shot him, took away 2 health points, but he's only got 3 and he's not dead. And now he's gonna have a free shot on us. So the Overwatch isn't something you can rely on to kill people, and also they miss quite often, as you probably saw in the first video. They miss as well, so that's good. But yeah, so now you'll see him. He'll come and just basically do what the hell he wants, because he'll melee lock us. This is what he was doing in the first mission, and that means if we try and run away, we'll get injured.
What the hell are you doing? Please, let us talk to you.
We are talking, foreigner. Let your valor be the word that...
I would really like to shoot this guy, because I don't quite know what his issue is really. It's a bit weird that he thinks we're enemies and he wants to fight us. I would almost say it's just to make the mission harder, because it doesn't really make sense that you would run in wearing completely different outfits to him, and rather than even talk about it, he would just say, right, I'm going to fight you. It doesn't really make sense. So it's almost like they've done this on purpose just to make the mission difficult, and that's also annoying, because it would be good if it fitted, but it doesn't. It's like, okay, you've done that on purpose just to make it difficult, because why would he say that? Why would someone who's been chased through his own palace and attacked by guards he doesn't know about, why would he suddenly start killing you and attacking you? So that guy's out of range, that's annoying. You can change your weapon, so now I got the shotgun in the mission in between, and you can change, he can change to a fist, but he's only got that. But you can change to a different weapon if you want. So we'll put him there. He might as well be on an Overwatch, because there's not much else he can do. And you're kind of reliant on everybody you know in this mission, every one of your people doing everything right every turn they get. If you make one mistake, you're doomed. Now, we're stuck there, because if we try and move away, I'll show you actually, we can't hurt him, so there's no point. And if we try and move away, which you'll see, he'll give us a good whacking for breaking a melee lock, and we lose half our hit points for no reason, and he's fine. There's nothing we can do to him. So again, it's annoying, because it's a bit unfair. The whole setup for this mission is unfair, and the fact that you can't hurt him and he'll go around, it's bad enough that he's suddenly decided he wants to kill you all, and he's resurrecting all these enemy soldiers, but the fact that then he goes around while he's doing that, invincible and melee locking all of your people. Also, he does another thing which he might do now, we'll see. Yeah, okay, so he did that in the first couple. He'll suddenly take one of your people over. It seems to always be her. I don't know why. That's because probably she's the most valuable one, because she's the one that can run and hit people without a weapon, and she's the one that can heal people quickly. So yeah, that's even more annoying. So then you're down to 2 people, and you're fighting enemy soldiers that he's resurrected, him who can't be killed, and your own person with 2 people, of which one's already lost half of their health. So it's just incredibly difficult. That's not to say it can't be done, and that's not to say I'm not going to give it a good go. And whatever happens in this mission, I will try another whole playthrough and try and do one of the other missions to get a different team member, because I think there's 6 and I've only tried this one, and the other one I tried the first time, and I'll definitely try that and see how that goes, because maybe that would be better. And sometimes in these games there is one mission that's a lot easier, like with the boa missions in Watchdog, where one's very easy, but I wouldn't count on it in this game. So, you know, now again there's this thing where you can't, it's hard to look where you're going, and where everybody is annoying. I think there's only one soldier left, but you know, we've got to fight him who can do anything he wants, her who's got full health and is now working for him or in his control, and that enemy guy with these 2, and that's difficult. So at some point she'll come back to being on our side, at least she did in the others, but again you're without somebody for an important part of the turn, and if it wasn't difficult enough. So I don't know what he can do. He can't Overwatch for some reason, I don't know why. So yeah, we'll continue. Hopefully that enemy soldier will run out and we can shoot him a bit, and again we see you never kill anybody with Overwatch as far as I can see, unless they're already half dead. And he'll come and do what he wants, and he'll put us in melee, and that's going to put us in the shit because we've already lost her to the fact that he's taken her over. That guy who's in melee like the robot can't move. She's come and attacked him, and he's also in melee lock, so it's very, very difficult. And now we've got a turn that if either of our people move away from the melee lock, we will get killed or badly injured. He'll get killed if he moves away because he's on small health. He can hit her, but that's our own person, so it's not really, you know, we can do that, we will have to do that, but it's not really beneficial because at some point we'll want her back, and we're not beating him by killing her. The other guy can't really do anything because there's no point in hitting him because he can't be killed, so there's nothing else we can do. We could use, we've got a medical kit and we can use it, but the problem is we've only got one, so we'll use that. You can pick who you want to use it on. We might as well use it on ourselves because I think he might. And there you go. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else we can do. I don't know what we can do. That guard's still there. He'll take a shot at us, and luckily he missed, but we've still got Mr. Invincible with his super shield. She's still beating us up a lot, and now we're stuck in a melee lock with her. He'll attack us, and we're both stuck in melee lock, and I'm gonna finish this video here because I know what's going to happen next. He can't move because she's got him in melee lock, and if he does move he'll die, and he's got no health left. He can't move, or she can't move because she's in melee lock, and she'll probably die if she moves. So basically we'll lose this mission and have to go back. Actually, I will just show you so you can see if it happens. So if he tries to escape the melee lock, she will kill him, and he will be unconscious, dead, whatever you want to call it. He has 4 turns to be revived, but she can't revive him because she's now working for the other guy, and this guy's in melee lock, so he can only try and run. We can try and run to revive him, and we've got just enough health, so okay. I lied, we still survived one more thing, but then that guy's away, this guy's on 1 health. We haven't got any more things we can do this turn, really, so... And we're still back to the same thing. We've not even got past the first wave of their soldiers, and we're on... not good. So, okay. It's good I continued there, actually, because now, if you can see that, she's come back under our control. That's good. But he's in melee lock again. And it's just frustrating. He might as well run away because he's on 1 life and he's got no medical kit, so he'll get killed if anything happens to him, and we don't want to have to keep reviving people. So he can run away. Probably do an Overwatch or something. I think the other guy is up there. He's stuck, he might as well just stay there and do that. And she can go and punch that guy in the head. And now you'll just get to see what happens when you finish this thing. So she's going to kill the last of, I think that's the last of their soldiers. Yeah. There's no point in him doing anything because if he tries to run, you saw that if you break a melee lock you get beaten up anyway. So he's going to do what he wants to do with us regardless. He's going to... And there, that's what happened. So that's what happened last time. So new soldiers come in. He loses half his health to bring them in. But again, they've got new soldiers. We're down to 2 because they've just killed another one of our guys, the robot guy, and she gets shot. And it's very difficult. We have to revive that guy, the robot woman, in 4 because otherwise she'll be out for the count. He's getting shot. You've still got that guy, the Prince of Crap, who's going to do what he wants, but we might as well revive him. And you can spend all your time reviving people, and like I said, the other problem with this game is you don't get many action points to your turn. So once you've done that, you don't have a shoot. You can't do 2 things like in XCOM where you can sometimes shoot and revive somebody, or in Phantom Doctrine you can reload and shoot. In this you really only have 1 thing you can do each turn other than move. So once you do that, if you have to keep doing that, you're just basically running around reviving people while they're shooting at you. Now she's on very low, not very low, but low health, so yes, she could run at him and try and kill him, but then she can die. So we will have to let her revive herself because we don't want to have to revive another person. So as you can see, it's difficult, it's a bit frustrating, it's a little bit unfair. I like the game, like I said, but it would just be so much better if some of it was geared, and this is easy mode, remember, if some of it was geared to let you have an easier time. I don't mind a struggle, I don't mind games where you make a mistake and you're punished. I don't mind games where there's different ways to do things and you have to work out the way. But in a game where it turns the tables for no reason, this guy just decides he wants to kill you, then you can't hurt him. He runs around killing you. He can revive who he wants while he's taken over your people and killing them. It's like all the bad things about XCOM where those little aliens used to mind control your people, but you could shoot them and you can wear a mind control rebuff thing that stops them doing that. And it's like Phantom Doctrine where you can get killed and they can suddenly do something, but you can think of ways around it. And even in non-turn based like Watch Dogs Legion, yes, these things that can happen, but it's because you did something wrong or because you've not done the right thing and your strategy was wrong or you didn't bring the right people. But in this you only have the 3 people at this stage in the game. You've got no options with weapons other than what you've already got and the one you can get. You can only have one medical kit each, and you're on this never-ending wave. There's going to be at least 3 waves because he's nowhere near dead yet or run out of health. So you're going to have at least another wave, maybe 2 more waves of soldiers, while you've used up your medical kits, and you're running around trying to kill these people while reviving ones that get killed, while he's running around doing what he wants. So, like I said, I like a challenge. But this game, it needs a patch, which I'm sure it won't get now, because I did look, and I think it's from 2019, where they slightly alter the difficulty level, where it's slightly less unfair, or you have slightly more kill than the enemy, or there's something that makes it a bit more even, because if they let the way the stories pan out like this, they need to give you more advantage in what you do. They need to make it so you can do something tactically or have superior weapons or something, or, which will be more difficult, they have to change the stories so it's not so many enemies to fight, and you don't have this, which is quite a hard, what amounts to a boss fight at the end of each level, because the way it is now, it's almost impossible to get through a normal. This is like the third mission in a game on easy, and I've played this now 5 times, so it's almost impossible to get through an easy mission. So imagine later on, I'm sure later on you get more weapons and you get more possibilities of people in your team, but it's still only going to be, from what I can see, the 3 that you can take probably, and you'll still have this endless wave of enemies and people with supernatural powers that do what the hell they want, and enemies come in when you don't expect it. There's no notification of when they come in. So anyway, I'm going to continue this off video because it will get boring just watching me run around getting killed. If I do get through this, then I will continue from that in the next mission. If I don't, I'll probably play through and do another video where I try one of the other missions when I get to this point, and try one of the other missions, or I might do the second mission where you get the shotgun, just to show you how a mission can work out in your favour. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and take care.